Hey Anna, greetings from my office. I hope you're doing amazing. Sorry this video took me a minute to get to you, but I'm excited that you're open to learning about this exercise that I really feel can help the students just believe in themselves more. So I give this exercise to my clients. I give it to when I do talks sometimes if I'm talking about goal setting and motivation. And before I kind of get into it, I'm actually going to have a little bit of a background as to why it's so powerful. And I think if you know why, and I would share this with the students if you can, I think it's more impacting or impactful. I found out impactful is not a word, but because my spell check told me so. But anyways, I'm going to go with the background and then I'll share with the exercise. How does that sound? Okay, first the background. And I'm going to flip this around and hopefully I can see this. Okay, there I am. This is my little whiteboard. And when you're kind of talking to people who maybe have limiting beliefs, well, here's the newsflash. Everybody has limiting beliefs. And the reason why is because of something called the limbic system. The limbic system, if you don't know anything about that, it's just pretty much the part of the mind that makes a lot of our decisions or inactions or actions, and it's based on a program. So I have this thing called carrot stick syndrome. Neuroscience scientists talk about this a lot with just how people are. So basically 10,000 years ago when we were hunters and gatherers, in order to get our carrots, which is food, we had to avoid a lot of sticks, which is predators, other tribes trying to kill us, all that good stuff. And what happened is the tribe tried to keep people safe. But over the course of time, and even nowadays, even though we don't have the predators, when we go to Whole Foods or Piggly Wiggly or wherever we're going to get our food, out there to get our carrots, we still come from a long line of stick avoiders, and we're actually programmed eventually to be negative. And the limbic system always stores that. And the mind actually is attracted more to the negative because it keeps us safe. I always tell people it keeps you safe. It's good to have a healthy level of fear. I don't want my kids running into the street. You can see there's a street down there. I'm teaching them to not run in the street. I'm teaching them to not talk to strangers. The problem is with this debugging is the limbic system and the way our brain works with there's 100 trillion synaptic connections in the mind that relates things with each other. And because we're programmed for survival and we have that archaic brain, what happens is, or reptilian brain, we get a thought, it becomes a feeling, and it becomes an action or inaction, and that becomes a habit. And that's a deep, deep program. When you're dealing with people who maybe have been told, hey, you're stupid. When I was little, I was told that I was not very smart. I didn't talk. There was reasons for that, but there had to be something that broke that program. And so what this whole exercise is helping people do is realize that yes, maybe somebody said something negative about you and you internalize that because again, our brain goes to the negative. It just stores that information more than the positive. To rewire, just the second point, this is why this exercise is really powerful. So basically how the exercise and what you want to ask the students to do is just have them list their accomplishments from age 0 to 5, age 5 to 10, and I don't know if you have anyone over, I'm sure you do, 10 to 15. I actually go all the way up to 55, depending on how mature my audience is. And have them list their accomplishments. So actually, you want to have them list them on cards like this. And I'll just give you, hopefully it's not shaky cam for you, I'll just give you some of mine. Like I enrolled in the Actors Workshop Studios. My husband actually wrote this. My husband appreciates me more than we could ever say in words. My husband's hilarious. I ran a 3.3607 marathon. I have some quotes in here. I keep my children safe daily. So basically, 0 to 5, it could be like, I learned to speak. I learned to walk. And the reason why you want to put them on cards and you want to do about 5 accomplishments and is a couple of reasons. One, people are going to realize how amazing they already are. Zero to 5, I know people don't think crawling than walking is important, but that's the reason why you're able to run now. So 5 to 10, maybe somebody went out for a team and they made it, maybe baseball or something like that. They made it for the first time. I know 10 to 15, I ran for student council, and before I was told I was not smart to run for student council, and I won against the most popular boy in the class, things like that. And when that negative voice starts to get into the person's head, they're going to realize through this reinforcement project or process or exercise that they already are capable, they already are amazing. And because the rewiring and the brain and the limbic system, it does not care whether it's a small accomplishment or what we deem as small, or if it's massive. It just seeks out what it's fed. That's why, that Henry Ford quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. When you're putting in positive reinforcement, the mind actually starts to look for that, and it starts to create new neural pathways and new synaptic connections so that you create a new belief system for yourself, because all of it is a BS, we call it BS, belief system, what somebody either gave us and we decided to, center and look on, or just pay more attention to. And again, that's in our wiring. So this is why this exercise is so effective. And then to build on that, and that's what I put here, build, hopefully you can see this, build on that. I have I have a video that you can look at from Shawn Achor. He's the happiness guy from Harvard. But basically, you want to continue having them do that every day. Journal a few accomplishments, or some things that they're proud of, maybe 3 things, how they've helped other people, how they've been kinder to other people. So, moving actually is really effective. He gives about 5 examples of what's effective to kind of keep that momentum going with rewiring the brain. Movement's one, doing acts of kindness is another, journaling something nice in your day, and gratitude. There might be a 5th one, but I can't remember. I wrote a blog piece about it maybe a couple of years ago now, so I can try to hunt that down. But that will actually reinforce the start of this, because it's not a one and done. You want to have the students continue feeling grateful, being kind, which you do in the lead center, and recognizing the students for that. But they need to take ownership of this. The last piece that I will say is whoever is teaching this, you or whoever, they need to be vulnerable with their own story. So I shared how, I thought I was dumb because I stayed back, didn't talk, all that good stuff. When I usually share, and I don't really share it like that, I just said it really fast. When I share my own story, I actually start with my accomplishments. And then I do something called DIP. It's called DIP theory. It's by Lisa Nichols. Really awesome training on that. But you want to be vulnerable. Brene Brown, who has one of the best or the most watched TED Talks in history, talks about vulnerability. You want to go there with the students or whoever's teaching this, because they won't listen to you unless they trust you, which means they're building a rapport, which means they're relating to you or whoever. If they feel like you're just sharing this exercise and they don't see themselves in your story, their ears are off. So that's why I don't know if you've had or whoever's going to be teaching this had their own challenges and struggles, but that needs to be shared at the beginning. For this type of exercise to be effective, you have to kind of share that you're there with them, how they feel. It might not be exactly how they feel, but they need to see themselves in that story that you're sharing. So I often talk about how I want to be Rudy Huxtable and live in a TV land and live in a box, because there was a lot of abuse going on in my household. That gets people's attention, and maybe some of them are going through the same type of struggles and challenges. This is why people open up to me. and all this great stuff because they see themselves in me, that they also see that they can get on the other side of that. So hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed this training. I know it was long, but I thought it was really important to kind of drill down into the different nuances. And if you need help with it, let me know. But yay. Hope you're doing awesome. You're doing a great job. Love you so much. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.